Hi, food lovers. Make spicy pasta with me today. Let's go to the kitchen. So first thing we're going to be doing is to add our marinated beef into the pot, into the fry pan. So I'm adding my marinated beef. I'm going to be frying this for like let me say 5 minutes. So it will release some juice, hey, the juice is already coming out. The juice is already coming out. So it's been 5 minutes now. After like this, okay, now they're just already entering the meat and it's coming out. So you can see it's already changing color, which means it's already cooking and frying very well. So at this point it's almost done. I already spiced this meat, just so you know. So at this point I'm going to add my sausages. If you don't like sausages or processed meat, feel free to skip this one. So me, I like sausages. All of us. See, there's nothing that's healthy in this life, so wherever. So I'm adding my sausages. Then I'm also adding beni. I like this beni seasoning. Feel free to use any other type of seasoning you prefer. If it's anyone you'll have in your house, you can use it. I like pepper now, so I must add pepper. This is just Atarodo. And there's this green Atarodo that is also in this, and it has this very nicely. It smells like Cameroon pepper, but I'm not sure. But it's always very, very nice. So I'm going to be stir frying this one for about 5 minutes on low heat, because I've already burnt it kind of with my meat. Next I'm going to add is my Tatashe blend, Tatashe and Shombo actually, or Tatashe and Bawa. So if you don't know what the Tatashe is, red bell pepper. So then the Bawa is I think chili, chili pepper. So I'm going to be stir frying this for like another 5 minutes, so that it won't be having that tangy taste. So after this, the next thing I'm going to be adding here now is my chopped tomatoes. I'm using canned chopped tomatoes for this recipe because I don't want the fresh one. Fresh one sometimes is not always that sweet, but canned tomatoes, they always use the ripe tomatoes for it. So this one is always very, very sweet. So I use this, and it's always giving this ketchup feeling. So I was like, am I going to repeat everything? I'm not sure, but I was not really sure of the quantity. I said, I beg, let me add everything, Jerry. Am I keeping info? So I added everything. I'm adding everything at this point, and I'm going to continue stir frying for another 10 minutes. I'm frying this for another 10 minutes. Let me just leave it to fry for like 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, the next thing I'm going to be adding is, at this point now, your stew is basically almost ready. Let me taste it. Okay, it's no more giving any tangy feeling. So yeah, the stew is ready. So I'm going to be adding some of my sauces. I'm using light soy sauce. If you have dark soy sauce, you can also add it, but I don't know the difference. Then I'm also using oyster sauce. I'm going to just be using little of it. Then I'm also adding sweet chili sauce. If you have ketchup, you can also use ketchup for this. But why I don't like using ketchup, because sometimes some brands, their ketchup does not give. It's always somehow. So after adding this, I'm going to allow this fry for another 5 minutes, just to justify. This food is just quick, so whatever. So I'm also adding Suya spice. I love the taste of Suya spice in this my pasta recipe. If you have it, fine. You can also meet your abuki to dash you small Suya spice, but I bought this store-bought from the market. Then you can also make yours. Maybe I'll give you another lesson on that one. So I'm also adding my vegetables. I'm just using carrots and green bell pepper. You can also add red bell pepper and yellow bell pepper. I didn't want it to be too much. I'm also adding some blended onions. If you notice, I didn't add any onions at the beginning. So this is the point where I wanted to add my onions, so that onion flavor will just sit there. You get. So this is my pasta water. I'm just adding this pasta water to loosen it up a bit, so you can see when you want to make your stew plenty, is water you add. So this is just pasta water. So this is my pasta, my cooked pasta. This pasta is already al dente, which means it's almost, in short, it's done to my preference. And in short, it's okay. Let me say it's 1 minute to done, quarter to done. Yeah, it's almost done. So I just want to toss this in and mix it up. This is not your regular jollof pasta. When you're making jollof pasta, after 5 minutes, for those that parboil theirs, that don't parboil their own, you just parboil for like 5 minutes. But this one is already done, so you just want to mix, just like making macaroni and stew, then you want to turn everything, and that's always the best way to make your pasta, because yeah, everything will be very juicy. So I decided to add more oyster sauce after tasting, because and if you notice, I didn't add any salt to this recipe. I didn't add any Maggi. The only seasoning I added was that my Benny seasoning, which, because all the sauces I add has salt content. So at this point it was ready. After adding all those, I just covered it for like 2 minutes and allowed it to marry each other, and my pasta was ready. You can top it up with some spring onions if you have. If you don't have, feel free to be shalaye anyhow you want to do it here. But at this point the food is ready. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like. Click the like button if you did, and drop some comments. Ask me any questions. Okay. All right. Bye. Oh, tantalizing.